Okay, so recently I just up like I think 2 videos ago, I believe, yeah, 2 videos ago, I uploaded something about me using the carbine, and somebody commented and really liked the ADS speed on the carbine and an MP5 I had in there. So, by popular demand, here are my classes with. I'm going to show you 3 guns that I use a lot. One being the MP5, one being the MK2 carbine, and one being the Kar 98K. So I'm going to showcase the classes I use for really fast ADS speed that I love. These are just this is the ones that I use in like every game, bro. Like if I'm going to play online and I'm not going to do CDL, this is the carbine and car class that I use. But if it's like search and destroy, I'm either using like an M4 or the MP5. My classes have changed a little bit because of all the new nerfs that they put into the game, and the buffs that they put in the game as well. So everything's kind of different right now, but at the same time, I'm still gonna go over all the things that they did. They're still very useful to know. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, so first, the MK2 carbine. This has one of the fastest ADS speeds that you could do. If I didn't have a sniper scope on it, it'd be the fastest. But the sniper scope, I feel like is kind of necessary in my opinion. If you don't like the sniper scope, you can put whatever else you want on it. I just, for personal preference, love the sniper scope so I can have the sniper feel. Anyway, so the muzzles and the barrels. None of the muzzles do anything to help. In fact, pretty much all of them decrease any sort of mobility, which is really like the most fun part about the carbine. Is it acts like a sniper, but it's not. And the barrels. If you look at all the barrels, look at all the cons. You have the pros and you have the cons. The cons are on the bottom. And it says aim down sight speed, aim down sight speed, aim down sight speed. All these just get longer and longer. So like, if you like sniping, but you're not like, but you like a semi-automatic kind of a feel, then like, the 24 would be for you. But this is my class. I have a tac laser because this is amazing for aim down sight speed. A sniper scope just because, again, I love sniping, so the sniper feel is my personal preference. This is the FSS MK2 Sport Comb. The cartridge sleeve is just from, you have more ammo. This is for aiming stability, as you could read. I'm not going to go through every little thing, but this is the one that goes for ADS, for the aim down sight speed. For a perk, I have sleight of hand because reloading this thing without sleight of hand takes forever. And then stubble grip tape, because this is the one that also helps with aim down sight speed, and one of the most important, sprint to fire. If you don't know, sprint to fire would be if you're running down an alley and you see somebody, the amount of time it takes for you to go from running to firing. Which, like, for example, if you use like a light machine gun, the LMGs in the game, the sprint to fire is forever on those. Like, the LMG is like a camping kind of a gun. But so yeah, that's the MK2 carbine. We're going to do a game after this showcasing each one of them. But next in my classes are the Kar 98K. They just recently buffed this to have a more fast ADS speed. Again, if you look at all of these, the cons are aim down sight speed. It makes it a lot slower. Same thing with all the muzzles. None of them increase it, so therefore you don't need them. And then the underbarrel, there's nothing on there, really, except for the bipod. But, like usual, you have the tac laser. Now, mind you, if you're going to use this for like Call of Duty League, you can't use any of these because marksmen aren't even regulated for that. And if they were, you can't even use the tac laser. But yeah, so then again, sniper scope. If you want the fastest ADS speed possible, take off the sniper scope and then you have the fastest car in the game. But I have the sniper scope on for it. The F-Tac Sport Comb, because that's the only one that increases ADS speed. So now it's a lot more fast. Sleight of hand and stippled, which we already know, helps. And again, sleight of hand would make this thing, if we didn't have it, it'd make it so slow with reloading. The only thing that this doesn't affect is damage. You can't really change damage on like like the car and the carbine. But the only thing that they both really change the most is the control. Like if you like to sit back and snipe, don't use these. If you like to run around and use them and get better at snipers like that, then yeah. Oh yeah, one other thing worth noting. Customize. I changed the reticle. This is the original reticle for the sniper scope on the carbine. I changed it. I usually go in between. This is the one I like to use the most. I tried this one, but I like this one the best. And then same thing for the car. This is the original. There's like a little triangle down there. I don't like that. So I changed it to like the little circle one, and I feel like I do the best with that one. But yeah, so that's my MK2 carbine in my car. Now I'm gonna move on to the MP5. Okay, so the MP5 just recently got nerfed. So when it comes to like more competitive game modes, I'm not really fond of using the MP5 anymore, but I'm still trying. Like there's like, if I do like a specific game on a specific map, you know, sometimes I feel like, you know, I could use the MP5 on it. Not that the MP5 is bad, but when people are using M4s, you really can't compete. So, MP5. This is my MP5 for the longest time. I started using this first, and then slowly but surely, every time I get into a game, and I would have like the final kill cams of me killing like squad wiping people would be asking me for this kind of a gun, like for like what it is. So, this is the original, you know, Prescott's MP5. It was a subsonic integral suppressor. Biggest reason I did this was because at one point it didn't have on the bottom for pros no enemy skulls. But then but like not that long ago they changed it to where if you kill somebody, you won't see that little enemy skull. You know when you kill somebody and it's like, hey yeah, somebody died right here. Nah, no, they don't show that. But I also banged it out where it was a barrel and a suppressor. Cause look, this also helps with aim down sight speed. And it was so good. It was so good. Then I have the Merc foregrip. The Merc foregrip was mainly for hip fire accuracy. The 33 round, if you don't use this on an MP5, you're pretty much screwed. You're gonna be putting in a whole magazine into somebody and barely killing them. Even with this, sometimes. Surprisingly on the MP5s that you probably see me use in most videos, when it looks like this, I never even had a rear grip on there. I just used this, the collapsible stock, and then sleight of hand, which helped it a lot. But the main MP5 I use now is this one. The only difference being that I took off the barrel, I put a compensator on it, and then I changed out the Merc foregrip for a commando so that I could have better aim stability. So it's not as good for hip fire, but it's still, the MP5 is still really good for hip fire. But yeah, the compensator and the commando are mostly for like, they help with the range. The only thing that goes down a little bit is fire rate. I believe is because of, yeah, it's just because of the rounds that are being used in this. Not that big of a deal though. And the last gun I'm going to show you is a new M4 class. It's one that I literally created yesterday. Surprisingly, I didn't put a barrel on it. I just took off the stock, put sleight of hand, put stipple on it, put commando, and put a compensator. That's it. Nothing special about it, really, to be honest. Most guns that you see are gonna have either the Grenadier or this one, the Corvus Custom Marksman, and then they won't have sleight of hand on. But this one reminds me of the MP5 a lot. The ADS speed is really high, the movement is pretty fast, but it still has the same kind of an accuracy and range as an M4. If you look on the bottom left, I'll zoom in for you. The accuracy is all the way up. Well, not all the way up, but the accuracy goes up. The damage sustains itself. So does the range. The fire rate goes up and the mobility goes up. Nothing decreases in this gun. And that's why I love these attachments, because nothing changes it. Usually the commando and the compensator would be like, yeah, you know, the mobility goes down. But because I have both stippled and no stock on, the mobility shoots and skyrockets. But enough talking for me. Oh yeah, by the way, the MP5 and this M4 class are the ones that I most commonly use in competitive games or competitions. But again, enough talking. I'm gonna show you what they do. Okay, so this is the carbine. I mean, the ADS is still amazing. As you see before, if I were to aim right down here, because I have all the attachments on it, it's not as steady. But yeah, that's the fire rate. That's why I love it. For more like a little bit like longer ranges, I have the car. As you can tell, it's still they buffed this. Like look at the difference between them. They're about the same. This one's a little bit faster, I think, actually. But because of all the attachments, it doesn't like stay in one spot unless I like, you know, hold the guy's breath. This is again, the ADS speed is insane on it. The only things that I would say are cons about it is the reload on it. Is that, like, you know, if I took off the sniper scope, it wouldn't be like that. You know, like it wouldn't be, the reloading wouldn't be like this low. The reloading would be done right now, but it takes an extra second for it. Same thing for the carbine. But yeah, they're both insane classes. I'm gonna go over to the original MP5. Alright, so this is my original MP5. Mobility, as you see, is really good. Really good. And like if I were to hit fire right for the center, like let me do another one. If I hit fire right in the middle, look at the grouping on that, bro. But then like look at the ADS speed on it. This was the original one I always used, and it just sounded nice too. But alright, so this is the newer MP5 that I use. Again, the only thing I took off was the Merc foregrip, and I changed it with Commando. And then, because look, that all in the middle, not that. That was all from hipfire. The hipfire is different because I don't have the Merc on. It kind of goes a little bit up, as per usual. But the ADS speed is still on point. Accuracy, I mean, maybe it's just me being accurate, but like, you know, this gun, it sounds nasty. It's just like, because of the whole nerf, if you don't know, they nerfed the range and the damage on it. So, like, you know, if somebody's all the way over here, like in the past, you know, if it was an MP5 against an M4 over here, at that point, it was just whoever has better accuracy. But in most cases, I would end up winning it with the MP5. And now this is the M4. All right, so this ADS speed is crazy. It's so crazy, bro. I love it. All right, I'm gonna put. All right, you ready? Look at that. It's so good. The hipfire isn't the best. Yeah, it goes up a lot. But, like, you know, if I wanted to switch between this target, this one, and that one, and that one. It's so nice. And look at the movement on it. Again, it moves almost identical. One in the middle. It moves almost identical. The M4 is one of my new favorite that I like to use. But yeah, the car is good if like quick. It's so quick now. The only like the pros and cons for me for the carbine is number one. The car and the carbine, they both have, even though like I put sleight of hand on, the reload speeds still aren't the fastest. Like they're a lot faster than what they would be, but they're still not as fast. They're not ideal. For the car, Really good ADS speed, but it still has to reload the bolt. That's the fastest it goes. So like if you're in a situation where you need a lot of people dead, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam, you could have gotten 6 people right there. With this, you can only get a max of 5, obviously, but you can get like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then by that time, you got them all. Okay, so one more thing that I forgot to add about the car and the carbine is they are hit marker machines. If you're good at getting headshots or you're able to practice, then yeah, it'll be perfect. But make sure you practice getting headshots because again, these will hit marker people like left and right. If you want, I could put screenshots of each one of the classes. I'll put each one of the screenshots of the classes at the end. Just a quick one. They'll be like maybe 5 seconds long each, so that you have time to screenshot them, save them, screen record, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. Or if you're already on Modern Warfare, just pause the video and use it. But yeah, I'm gonna put the 5 screenshots up now, and then yeah, that's pretty much the video for today. I know it's a little bit different than usual. You know, it's usually me swinging around corners and boop, headshot. But popular request was knowing what these classes are. So if you ever get any clips of them, I just made a new Discord for my channel. So I will put the link in the comments. You click it, it'll be an invite, and all you have to do is click it, hit join. And yeah, that's it. And I'm gonna have a spot so where you can submit your clips. So I'm gonna end this game off. That's pretty much it. So again, those were the classes for the carbine, the car, the MP5, and the M4. If you guys use them, let me know what you think. And if you want to send me clips, make sure you hit that link to my Discord in the bottom. It's gonna be. I'm gonna pin the comment, so you'll see it. You click it, and then there's gonna be a section in there for clips. You can submit your video there, and I will take a look at it. And I might even get back to you. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys very much enjoyed the video. And again, I'm going to put screenshots, and you guys will be able to see the classes. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and peace. Okay, so here's the MK2 carbine you saw. Again, you could pause, screenshot. Here's the car that I use. If you see me using it in videos. This is my old MP5 that I used to use that you probably see in most of my videos. And then this is the newer one that you're probably going to see coming up in like videos in the future. And then finally, this is again an M4 that you're going to see coming up. Anyway, talk to you guys later. Peace.